Hi there, and welcome to Auntie No's Kitchen. And to all my returning viewers, welcome back to Auntie No's Kitchen. Today's recipe is going to be cabbage rolls. So let's get a moment, and I'll be back, and we'll get started, and we'll get to cooking. We're going to go over the ingredients that you'll need. You'll need clean hands. You'll need a cabbage, a whole cabbage. You're going to need 1 pound of ground turkey or ground beef, whatever you prefer. You know, it's whatever you like. I'm using ground turkey. You're going to need 1/2 cup of breadcrumbs. You can use a planko breadcrumbs. These are just regular breadcrumbs. You're going to need 1 cup of rice, cooked rice. Do not use uncooked rice in this recipe, because what's going to happen is that if you use uncooked rice, your rice is not going to cook. You're going to have crunchy rice, and you don't want that. 1 beaten egg. 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. 1 teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of black pepper. 1 tablespoon of onion powder and 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. If you want chopped onions, chopped garlic, that you can use that as well. 1 teaspoon of paprika. If you want smoked paprika, you can use that as well. You know, it's up to you. So first, we need to cut the core of this cabbage. So if you hold a moment, Auntie Nose needs her apron. Okay, we're going to work on the stuffing first, but you're going to have to cut your core out of your cabbage. And what you do, don't slice it off. You're going to go around it and you're going to cut it out. Be careful so you don't cut your hand. See, it pops off, and you're going to take this and you're going to I already have a pot of boiling water. You're not cooking your cabbage. You're basically cooking it till the leaves are soft. And I'm going to just put this in this hot boiling water. You see? Okay. Now we're going to start on our filling. Going to move this out the way. We're going to start on our filling. Got to get my handy dandy plastic gloves. All right, this is ground turkey. I'm going to make me a little pocket in there. Got my Worcestershire sauce. I have my salt and black pepper going in. My paprika. Put it in my tablespoon of onion powder. My teaspoon of garlic powder. Like I said, you can use fresh. I'm taking my egg. One beaten egg. Taking my cup of rice. You can use brown rice. Any rice, the rice of your choice you can use. And I'm taking my 1/2 cup of breadcrumbs. And I'm going to combine all this so I can get my filling together. You want to make sure it's well blended. You see, the breadcrumbs and the rice and with that egg gives you that binder. Helps what binds it. You see how it's all blended in? Gonna mash this a few more times because I want to make sure it's all blended. I'm showing you guys what I'm doing. Okay, my filling is all ready, so I'm going to put this to the side while I wait on the cabbage. So hold on a moment. Welcome back. Now we are going to move on to our sauce. Yeah, we're going to move on to our sauce. So this is going to be our marinara sauce. Okay, these are the things that we will need for that. You will need a pot. You don't need a large pot unless you're making a big, large batch. You will need 1 28-ounce can of tomato sauce, 1 6-ounce can of tomato paste, 2 cups of crushed tomatoes. Now, I didn't have any crushed tomatoes, so these are fresh tomatoes that I peeled and put in my processor. 2 tablespoons of light brown sugar, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of basil. I'm sorry, 1/2 a teaspoon of basil and 1/2 a teaspoon of oregano. Now, if you don't have those, if you have the Italian seasoning that's blended, you can use 1 whole teaspoon of that. It's just I buy my Italian seasoning just separate. 1 tablespoon of red wine vinegar, 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. And we're going to combine all this into this hot sauce pot. I'm going to add my tomatoes. I'm going to add my tomato sauce. No, you do not add water to this. No water. Don't rinse the can out to try to get all your goodies, all the goodie out. Don't do that. Gonna get something so I can scrape all that goodness out of this. See if this will fit in here. Yeah. Got your tomato sauce. Yeah. Tomato paste is very thick. So, you know, you definitely want to get all of this goodness out. But don't use water. Use a spoon, a knife, or whatever it is to get all your tomato paste out of here. But don't use water. You all know what I mean. You know, back then, Mama used to put water. No. We've evolved. Your light brown sugar, your tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, however you pronounce it, your tablespoon of red wine vinegar, your 1/2 a teaspoon of basil with your oregano, or if you choose to use Italian seasoning. This is your 1 teaspoon of onion powder and 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. And you can use those fresh if that's your choice. And I'm going to combine this first. And I'm going to move this to the stove because I want this to be simmering. Yes, I want all of this to be good and simmered. So I'm going to move this to the stove and check on that cabbage. And I'll be right back. Guys, I'm going to show you what I'm doing. You know, I always believe in showing what I'm doing on camera. As my top leaves softened up, I went on and I took it out and started peeling them. And I'm going to get some that'll be better at lifting them. They are hot. See, they're soft. They're not cooked. because you don't want them cooked. They're really hot. Because I need to get the water down to these. Cabbage holds water, so you see all that water coming out of there? So I'm going to peel as many as I can, and once that's done, I'll check back in and we'll continue with this great recipe of stuffed cabbage rolls in marinara sauce. All right, guys, let's see how many cabbage leaves we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we have 6 beautiful leaves. Look at there. See, this is what you want. Now, you see that core, this part, you're going to cut that out. We don't want that. You're going to cut that part out. No, we don't want that. Again, we don't want this core. We want to cut that out. See how that's cut out? Yeah, I cut that out. So we're going to go again. And cut this out. So I'm going to finish cutting the cores out of these other leaves, and we'll be back and we'll get the stuffing. Okay, we're back. I have my handy dandy leaves spread out. I have my aluminum pan. Yes, aluminum. Keeping it real, I'm not doing all that dishwashing. I'm going to use an ice cream scooper. So I make sure I get the perfect measurement of everything. Going to put that right here. And what I'm going to do is use a little spoon. Got to get that. I'm going to mash it down some. And what you can do is get in there with your hands, which I think that's what I'm going to do. Get in here with these hands. Yeah. Because I need it to look like a roll. Then I'm going to fold this over. My marinara sauce is done. It's done. Marinara is done. So I'm going to spoon some of this in the bottom of the pan. Spread it out. Go back to rolling. Tuck it in. And you want to roll with the flap. You want to make sure you roll it tight and your flap side goes down. So flap side goes down. I'm going to do another one. Again, I'm using an ice cream scooper so I can make sure that all my meat servings are the same. Going in with my hands, turning them into, little rolls. Gonna fold in your side. And that's why you took that core out. Gonna make sure you grab it, roll it in tight. bring these in, bring your sides in, roll it. And remember what I said, make sure your seam side is placed in the pan down on that side. I'm going to roll the rest of these and I'll return. Okay, all the cabbage rolls are all done. So what I'm going to do now is spoon this marinara sauce over them. Because they're going to be baking in all of this. And I'm going to save some of this marinara sauce because I have a side that I'm going to be using some of this sauce with. I'm going to prepare a side dish for this. So I'm going to pop this in the oven, 375 for about an hour to an hour, 15 minutes. And I'll check on it, check for doneness. And maybe an hour and a half. I would say give it an hour and a half at 375 because you want to make sure that meat is completely done. And we shall return. All right, guys. It's time for that big reveal. The cabbage rolls are finally done. They cook for 1.5 hours. So let's take a look. Here are the cabbage rolls, and I took one out because we're gonna cut into that. But here they are. Don't they look delicious? And like I said, bake them covered. Bake them covered. Very important that you bake them covered. And I got my handy dandy knife. I'm gonna cut into this one so we can get a look of inside. Nice and tender. There they are. These were made with ground turkey. And I'm going to take a piece of it. Tastes better with the side that I'm getting ready to prepare. That is delicious. So there we have it. Cabbage rolls. This is a great dish. Oh, sorry about my hands, guys. It's a great dish. Easy to prepare. My opinion, I think you'll love it. It's just like eating meatloaf with side items of cabbage and potatoes. Until our next recipe, our next hangout, go be great. Like and subscribe. Thanks for stopping in Auntie's Kitchen.